Morning, happy Wednesday. Yeah, good day yesterday. I saw my daughter, we had lunch together, and yeah, it's the last day of August today, and it does kind of feel like the last day of summer as well, although we can get some nice Septembers. And I think for a lot of people, this time of year is a time of year for, it's like a second new year. And I think that all dates back to when we were at school, the start of the new school year and everything like that. So that's no great mystery. And it's set me thinking about how what we want to achieve in life. Now, I think most people, they when they're in their teens, early 20s, they've got ambitions and things that they want to do, things they want to achieve. And then they get to their 40s or 50s and they go, what happened there? And I suppose that's part of the midlife crisis, over and above the biochemical part of it. And I think a lot of the trouble is, and it's going to be me banging on about positivity again, but I make no apology for that. It's a kind of negative attitude that we've got, is that we concentrate on the things we don't want. We say, well, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be working in this job forever, I don't want to be driving this car anymore, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go on holiday in England. And psychology actually teaches us that the subconscious can't process negatives. So if you say, oh, I don't want to be fat, all your subconscious hears is fat. So, it's going to program you for that. And the other thing is, if you decide you want to go and have a holiday, and you go along to your travel agent, and the travel agent says, well, where do you want to go? And you might say, well, I don't want to go to Spain, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go there. Well, that's not really very useful, is it? And I think, the people in life who are successful are people who know where they're going, know what they want, and don't necessarily know how to get there. But I think if you've got that, if you get in a cab, and you say to the cab driver, I want to go to, I don't know, CB315 or whatever that it might be, and you get there almost to the door, and if we've got that sort of postcode to where we want to go in our life, I think a lot of the other things of how we get there will actually fall into place, provided we're prepared to work for them. And this I think is where I'm sort of talking about the secret again. That if we decide we know what we want, if we figure out what our passion is, and really go for it, and then things will actually will actually bend to help us get to that point. And I'm sure we've all had this in life where, we decided we really, really want to do something, and just like, curiously enough, everything seems to sort of work in our favour. And I think this is the real secret of it, is that we need to decide what we want, how we're going to get there, even sort of like how long it's going to take. And one thing that I do is I write down what my aims and ambitions are. And if you write something down like that, it actually, you're making a covenant with yourself, saying, well, this is what I want, this is how I'm going to get there, and this is what I'm going to do about it. I don't say it's infallible, but I think, if you know where you're going, and if you sort of like, I won't say single-minded, but pretty sort of determined, and I think you're more likely to get there. And if you sort of got an airy fairy idea of, you say to some people, what would you like to do? Oh, I'd like to retire to Spain. Well, when would you like to do that? Oh, I don't know. Well, have you saved any money towards that? No. Well, have you learned how to speak Spanish? No. And it's not going to happen, is it? Quite frankly, if you're like that, it's, you've shot yourself in the foot before you've even got there. So I think what I'm saying today is, decide what you want, figure out what your passion is. it could be, it's sort of like spend your retirement garden. It doesn't have to be anything world shattering. And decide what you want, decide when you want to get it, and take the steps to get to that point, and the universe will work in your favour. I can guarantee that. I think it's Michael Beckwith said, like the universe. It's like parents say to naughty children, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. And he says, well, the universe, the way it works is it says, well, if you don't stop being grateful, I'll really give you something to be grateful for. So yeah, of course, that's the other thing as well, is remembering our gratitude. But keeping an eye on our gratitude, and also having an eye on where we want to be going and how we're going to get there and what the timescale. So I think I'll leave it there. A little bit rambly today, but there it is. We're nearly in autumn. So okay, thanks a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow.